Hi, welcome to your YouTube channel. Guys, in this video, I'll be giving you some of the important ethical topics which can come in tomorrow's ethics paper in the mains examination. Guys, I was getting a lot of requests where people were asking, sir, what to prepare in the ethics paper in this short period of time. So I am going to give you some of the topics which can come. Although in ethics paper, I must say that it is very difficult to predict because it is a static paper, but I will just go through the important topics which were in news in the last 1 year and where the questions can be framed both in part A and part B of the paper. Guys, the first topic which I feel is very important for this year is the topic of medical ethics and bioethics. This year this topic is very important. Okay, the topic of organ donation and organ racket, okay, was in news this year. So what are the ethical issues related to organ donation? What are the ethical issues related to organ racket? Can come here. They can ask you to relate to medical ethics and bioethics. Okay, guys, another topic which is important from the medical ethics and bioethics is the topic of euthanasia. Is the topic of euthanasia. Okay, this is also very important. Okay, next topic is again from the field of medical science is the Hippocrates oath. In that context, what is the code of conduct of doctors? Code of conduct of doctors or code of ethics for doctors? Okay, they can ask you. Okay, next, the difference between the ethical and unethical advertisement. Guys, this year, okay, the Consumer Act has been amended and new rules have been framed in order to curb unethical advertisement. Guys, there has been increase in unethical advertisement, okay, particularly in the edtech industry and in various issues, various other sectors also. Okay, in that context, okay, what is the difference between ethical and unethical advertisement? They can ask you. Next, prejudice and stereotype. They are always in news. So this is always a topic which can come from the ethics topic and how do they lead to discriminatory behavior. Next topic this year is very important from the attitude topic is influencer. Okay, what is influence? What is social influence? What is who is an influencer? What are the characteristics of an influencer? Who is your favorite influencer? They can ask you. Okay, next again stereotyping. Stereotyping is in news. Okay, next topic which can come is basically the topic of behavioral conditioning, behavior conditioning in terms of the policy of nudge. Okay, next the topic which is very important this year is the topic of scientific temper. What do you understand by scientific temper? Do we have scientific temper in India, or how to inculcate scientific temper? Next topic is basically code of conduct for civil services. Code of conduct for civil service. This year, guys, this is topic very important because there were some controversies related to an IAS couple. Okay, in that context, there are many articles related to this code of conduct in civil services. So this is a very important topic which I feel is very important. Okay, and one more value which is very important this year is the value of integrity. They can ask you what is the value of integrity. Okay, next is basically the value of tolerance. Today in GS paper 1 they have asked tolerance. So tolerance is always important in ethics. Okay, next is the topic of intellectual integrity, empathy, because in corona pandemic empathy has played a very important role. Next, they can ask you the topic of trusteeship. Okay, doctrine of trusteeship. Okay, and last but not the least, this year ethics in international relation is very important. Ethics in international relation is very important. Okay, because of the Ukraine war, so they can ask you what are the moral responsibilities in ethical relation, in international relation. Then they can ask you the doctrine of just war doctrine. Okay, so like international ethics is very important this year. Okay, just go through it, like briefly go through it, or tomorrow afternoon also you can go through it. In the break you can go through it. This is very important. Just war doctrine is very important. Okay, and coming to case studies, okay, it is again I must say that it is very hard to predict case studies. It is hard to predict case studies, but there are some case studies which can be framed. One case study which can be framed is on the Dolo case where doctors were given some incentives to prescribe some medicines. Okay, so they can form a case study. Okay, this again deals with ethics in advertisement. Okay, this is also deals with that ethics in advertisement, how to basically be ethical in advertisement. Okay, what are the various ethical means of advertisement. Okay, how to use influencers. Okay, because here doctor is like he's influencing. Okay, kind of not in exact sense, but there are some code of conduct for doctors, there are some code of conduct for advertisers also. Okay, so for pharma companies, so this is a very important case study which can come. Okay, the second case study which can come is celebrity endorsement. Guys, this year uh, the government has come out with regulation for celebrity and endorsement. Okay, because we have seen like how celebrities are like basically being used by various brands to basically market their products. So what are the ethical issues? Many times celebrities do not use that brand, but they basically they just promote it. Okay, so what are the ethical dimensions of celebrity advertisement? This can come. Okay, then the topic of surrogate ads can also come. Okay, next topic is the topic of nuclear weapon, ethics of nuclear weapon. Okay, there are moral issues regarding use of nuclear weapons. Okay, guys, this year we were on the verge of, okay, nuclear weapons being used, or nuclear plants can be destroyed in Ukraine. Okay, could be destroyed, I'm saying. Okay, because there are some concerns. Okay, concerns about safety of nuclear weapons and nuclear like installations. So in that context, this topic is very important. Next is the topic of war, which I told you. Can war be justified? Okay, what is a just war? Okay, and last but not the least, this year they can ask you, okay, what is the role, what is the duty of a citizen? Okay, in a country, in a nation. Okay, and how can the citizens contribute for a developed country, Okay, developed country, they can ask you. Okay, and they can ask you, what is your conception of development? Guys, you all must be knowing that Prime Minister has given us all a target to become a developed economy by the year, okay, 2047. Okay, so this is a very big target, and they can ask you what is the ethical, because see, you see, the focus is more on duties. Okay, here one more topic in GS, in the part A, they can ask you on duties and rights and duties. They can ask you on rights and duties relation. They can ask you rights and duties relation. Duties is very important this year. Okay, duties are very important this year. Again, climate change and ethical aspect related to climate change, it can also come. Ethical aspect related to climate change, it can come. Okay, then citizen charter is important this year. Case studies can be framed on citizen charter. I would request everyone to prepare citizen charter for the ethics paper. Okay, climate change, ethical aspects of climate change can also come. So guys, these were some of the important topics, because I again repeat, in ethics it's a static subject, very difficult to predict what can come, what cannot come. Okay, I also request you here, okay, you can go through these example file. Okay, this example file I have shared. Okay, so you can go through this. I have shared here all the ethical issues which were in news for the last 1 year. Okay, so this example file you can go through. Okay, you can just contact me to get this example file. All the various important ethical examples, okay, for the last 1 year I have compiled. Okay, and everything is included here. Here, for example, the topic of hypocrisy. This year hypocrisy was in news. Hypocrisy was also in news because of the double standard of the Western countries regarding the oil from Russia. Okay, so this was in news, oil from Russia. Okay, hypocrisy and double standard. Okay, next, the topic of truth. Then ethical issues in abortion. Is in news. It can come. Okay, then the topic of apathy, hypocrisy. Okay, and then the topic of discipline, duty and discipline is very important this year. Next, this ethical issues in advertisement. What are deceptive ads? Okay, again I'm telling you, this year a fun question will come on advertisements, ethics in advertisement. Pakka, there is a very high chance of coming in. So please prepare. Okay, have some examples. Also homophobia. Okay, ethical issues in advertisement, very important, has a very important chance of coming in. Okay, next is compassion and empathy. I have already told you compassion. Then basically, what are the ethical issues in using artificial intelligence? Okay, AI driven cars. What are the ethical issues of using more and more artificial intelligence? Then what are medical ethics? Okay, organ transplantation, organ racket. Okay, what are environmental ethics? Okay, So guys, this year these are some of the topics. You can go through this example sheet. Okay, I think many of the topics can come in this year's examination. Okay, you see here what are biases, What are biases? You see rights and responsibilities. Rights and responsibilities are very important this year. Rights and duties are very important this year. Okay, so guys, go through this conflict of interest, trust. Topic of trust is very important. Unjust law is very important. Okay, should we obey unjust laws or not? Okay, then constitutional values are very important. Issues in surrogacy, ethical issues in surrogacy is very important. So guys, just go through these topics, particularly go through these 10-15 questions which I have prepared as mock test I had prepared for this year. Go through it, particularly the medical ethics, then ethics in advertisement, okay, then influencers, stereotyping, okay, behavioral change, okay, behavioral conditioning, social influence is very important, and then code of conduct, code of ethics for civil services, very important. Corruption, very important. Abuse of power, very important. Then this topic of duties, rights and duties, very important. And these are some of the case studies which I have framed. One more case studies they can come is, okay, violence against doctors, okay, increasing instances of violence against doctors, okay, what are the ethical issues? They can give you a case study that where some small mishap happens and people start, okay, harassing the doctors, which is very unethical on the part of people. So here, okay, safety of doctors, safety of medical professionals are also very important. And international ethics, guys, very important. International ethics, okay, refugee ethics, very important. Okay, how should we deal with refugees? Very important. Then climate change refugees, climate change, ethics of climate change refugee, ethics of climate change, okay, climate justice is very important. Climate justice topic is very important, guys. Climate justice topic is very important. Okay, so guys, I just wish you all the best for tomorrow's ethics paper. I would like to request every one of you, once you are done with the examination, please connect with me, okay, for your interview preparation. Okay, we along with some senior civil servants, we have a very elaborate plan for helping you to ace the UPSC interview. Okay guys, so best of luck for tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.